What is a mafia state? Google describes a mafia state as a system where the government is tied with organized crime to the degree where government officials, the police, and/or military become a part of the criminal enterprise. Now, you might be asking, is a mafia state good or is a mafia state bad? Well, in the 21st century, the mafia has continued to be involved in a broad spectrum of illegal activities. These include murder, extortion, corruption of public officials, gambling, infiltration of legitimate businesses, labor racketeering, loan sharking, tax fraud schemes, and stock manipulation schemes. During the finance bill protest of 2024, several youth were either killed or missing. Even with clear videos and evidence of the killer police, none of them have been arrested. The president promised to charge those responsible, but as we all know, he is a liar. Which leads us to a question. Is Kenya a mafia state? I have compiled 5 cases which all happened within a space of 3 months. Watch each case and be the judge. In July of 2024, Natalie Thea was among the first Kenyans to be abducted from her home. She was later released and lived to tell us what happened.
Maybe it's the neighbors getting home from somewhere, and I brushed it off as nothing. And then they knocked. They knocked at our door, and I brushed that off as well. But the knocking got louder and louder, and at that point, I woke him up. I was like, they're here. They've come for me. And before that, I had typed out a tweet on my laptop that I was going to send out when they came. It was like, wamenichukua, but I didn't even have time to send that out. I didn't even have time to send that out. Yeah, so I woke him up. I told him, there's someone at the door. So he got up. I'm scared. I'm shaken. It is so loud. They wanted to break down the door at that point. They shouted something at him in Luo, Nyerere something. He later told me it meant, open this door or we're going to break it down. Mm-hmm. So he went to the door. I stayed in the bedroom, scared as hell. I'm still in my nightwear. I was fixed to that spot. I didn't know what to do. He went to the door. He opened it. As soon as he opened it, they put him down. Blindfolded him, tied him up, came in to look for me. They were 7 with guns as big as me.
Could you tell their faces?
No, I could not. They were wearing baklavas, they were masked up, so I could not see their faces at all. I could just hear voices. It was just the voices. So they put him down, came into the bedroom looking for me. Mm-hmm. I saw their guns and dude, I'm very short, so when I tell you the hands are as big as me, I saw them, and the first thing that came to my mind was, why are they coming to get us a little girl with military-grade weapons? I'm not a terrorist. The only thing I did wrong was use my social media and my voice for a cause that I believed in, for a cause that millions of Kenyans believe in. So at that, I told you I was still in my nightwear, so they wanted to take me like that, but one of them had sense and said, no, let her get into something that's a bit warmer, more appropriate. Yeah, they didn't even want to let me dress up. They were just standing there, watching me, waiting for me to undress and give them some kind of show. They're sick people. No, but one of them, the one who had sense, mm-hmm. Yeah, the sense was constant. He told them, okay, maybe we can give her a minute to get changed. And then, yeah. So I dressed up. I just put a t-shirt and one of my official pants on and this exact jacket and a sweater, and I took one for him as well. I didn't know they were going to take him. Initially, I thought, okay, they're just going to come for me and he's going to get me out. But they took him too. So I took a jacket for him and they tied us up, they blindfolded us, and we left. So it took us down the stairs.
Blindfolded from
the house.
From the house.
There were instances where they used to take off the blindfold, like if we went to the washroom, which we went to a lot. But yeah, so they took us into the car. I don't even know if we locked the house. I have no idea what happened after that. At that point in my head, I was just like, oh God. So they put us in the car. I didn't know we were in the same car because later on I was told there were 3. So in my head I was also thinking, okay, where did they take him? What are they going to do to him? Not my partner. Where did they take him? And then later on I came to realize, oh, he's right here. So calm down a bit. So they put us in the car and we drove for nearly 20 minutes. Got to our destination. The entire time, these guys are hitting my head like, usijaribu kutoa your blindfold, ukitoa utanikasirisha and you don't want to make me mad. So they're hitting my head and confirming, is this thing on? It was so tight, my head hurt so bad, my ears, it was crazy. So we got there, we sat in the car for about 10 minutes, and the entire time they're like, other guys came and they were like, oh, undo Nadia, oh, you're the ringleader. Nkasichana kadogo, haka ndo kana ringlead watu kwenda maandamano. So I'm like, at the time I'm scared. I'm like, me at least sija ringlead mtu. That's all I kept saying. And then they took us inside. It felt like a house. So they took us inside the house and put us in a room. Later I realized there were 2 beds. So my partner was in the other one and I was on the one on the right. Still blindfolded this entire time and tied up. So they left us there for a few minutes. And then I think we were handed over. The people who took us are not the same people who were interrogating us. The anxiety, constantly having to look over your shoulder, constantly being scared that people are out to get you. I also haven't stayed in my house for more than 2 days at a go since this thing started. Just jumping from relative to relative, friend to friend. I stayed with my partner also for some time. So it's crazy. As I was telling my story right now, I could feel like a panic attack was coming on, because as I recount those events in my head, I feel like I'm back there. I feel like I'm going through that again. So.
Number 2, Catherine Wanjeri. While on duty as a journalist in Nakuru in July of 2024, Catherine was shot at directly by the police. Here is a video of what happened. After filing a case with the police, Catherine claims her life is now in danger as she has been threatened not to push the case any further. This is Catherine going to file yet another case for the threat on her life.
My name is Catherine Wanjeri Kariuki, the journalist who was shot on the 16th of July 2024. I was here at Nakuru Central Police Station to report on a case. I feel like I am not safe being in Nakuru or anywhere in the country because and it's funny how the person who called me when I landed in Nakuru, and apparently I was having a doctor's appointment that day, and they gave some information, and actually your question, they insisted on calling me back, but I did not pick it. after they gave me that information and dared me not to share that number with the police, with anyone, whether the police or anyone. And since that day, Nakuru has been a place that I don't feel safe or anywhere else. And then also the vehicles, the movement of vehicles that have been following me. And it makes me feel not so safe and not comfortable.
Number 3, Joshua Okayo. In June of 2024, Joshua, a student leader in university, was abducted and tortured for participating in the finance bill protest of 2024. Here he is narrating his ordeal.
Nikapata namba 3 zinanipigia, namba 3. Hizo namba nilishare kwa rafiki zangu hata kabla nitoke. So mmoja aliniambia, Okayo, uko wapi? Mahali uko, toka tu saa hii. Kuna watu wanakutafuta. I was like, okay. Kidogo kidogo tena namba nyingine, tena nyingine, 3. So niliposikia hivyo pia mimi nikasema, hii ni serious. Nilipotoka kwenye my main residence, like 500-600 meters away from there, nikaitwa tena. Nikasikia mtu anaitwa, Okayo, salimia watu wako wa KSL bwana. Alright? So nilisikia, ni watu wananijua, hao ni watu wa KSL. Kwa hivyo nilipotana kwenda kusalimia watu wangu wa KSL, nikashikwa. So they were, walikuwa watu 3, si wazee, si vijana, rika ya katikati. Watu 3 wakanishika, wakaniingiza kwa gari. Kulikuwa na driver kwa hapo anangoja, so waka drive off. Walipo drive off, wakaniweka pingu kwa mkono nyuma, alafu wakanifunga kichwa. Wakanifunga kichwa na sackcloth ya black. And then waka drive off. Sikuweza kujisimamisha, sikuweza kukaa on my own. So waliongea hapo, wakaongea, wakaita mtu wa bodaboda.
This young Kenyan man is lucky to be alive after he survived police brutality. Here is his ordeal.
Kara fulani akatambia nyi piteni hapa, bora tumsikimbie. Kufika hapo mbele tukapata another group of police. Wengine wako na riot gear, wengine wako na plain cloth. Hao ndo akaturukia na marungu. Then I blacked out. Kwanza nakumbuka nikiamka hospitali.
Jana huyu ameshindwa kula chakula kama kawaida.
Sasa hii na survive on liquid foods, on liquids na soft foods. Kitu tu mashed foods na liquids peke yake. Juices, yogurts na maybe uji. I stopped using a straw like 3 days ago. So like since your day tunaweza kuweka straw inside moja ya mdomo. So that's the only way I was able to eat. So juzi ndo nimeweza kufungua mdomo. Hata kuongea hata nasikia mpaka sasa I'm still my F na my P zinatoka pamoja. Niliambiwa crack eye socket, but I affect macho though it got bloody, but the doctor I was very lucky. He didn't ingekuwa just a stitch. Niliambiwa ingekuwa just an inch higher ningekuwa nimelose eye.
And finally, Mama Mangi. She wasn't the one abducted, but the sheer zeal she used to fight for her son will easily make her Mother of the Year. Her son was abducted by the Kenya police and his mother was not getting any help. Desperate to find answers, Mama Mangi went on national television and cried for her son to be released.
Okayo, I'm looking for my son. Sijui kwenye yako. Simu imekuwa mteja from date 18. That's the last time we talked to him. Na juu ya hii mambo iko, I was calling kumwambia kuongea kuhusu maandamano. Na ndio nikapata mtoto wangu hayuko ako mteja. From that time nimekuwa nikizunguka Nimeenda hospitali zote zenye ziko around, alikuwa na Kamweki. Nimeenda hospitali zote, nimeenda mortuary, nimeenda police station. Na to make the matter worse, ile kitu inaniuma, nimereport. Na nimereport Kasarani police station. Hakuna usaidizi yoyote unapewa. As a Kenyan, nafaa kufanya nini? Kama mzazi wa Mwangi, nafaa kufanya nini mimi? Cause ile kitu nafaa kufuata, ile njia nafaa kufuata ya kwenda kureport a missing child umefanya. Unaenda unapata police amekaa na unamwambia mtoto wako amekosekana for this time na umereport na hakuna kitu anakusaidia nayo. Anakuambia kuna data inafaa kutoka kwa Safaricom. You never know. Haujai kuwa in that scene again. Hujui utaenda wapi, hujui utaanza wapi, hujui utamalizia wapi. You can imagine hizo masiku zote unalala, unaamuka, unaenda kutafuta mtoto wako. Unaenda hospitali, unaenda mpaka unaanza kuamsha wale watu wenye wako wamelala wamejifunika. Uone kama mtoto wako alipatwa na shida yote ama aliumia kwa maandamano, ako kwa hospitali. You can imagine venye tunaenda through. Familia, kila mtu ako kwa pande yake, ingine pande yake akitafuta mtoto. Na kuna government.
If we don't do this,
The president is going through everywhere looking for bodies without the trace of your skin.
I'm so sorry.
I need my son. I need my son. I need my son.
What's your son's name? Eta Guatia. Ata? Oh, did it?
From that time, from that time, na nimeenda nimezunguka kila kwa polisi hawakusaidia. Umeripoti na ambiwa sijui kata Safaricom iende wapi ifanye nini, na hujui venye mambo huwa inafanywa, hujui no, you don't know nothing.
Fortunately, mother and son were reunited days later after Kenyans demanded for Mama Mangi's son to be released.
Joseph Mwangi Elias Mwas went missing in Githurai 45 during the onset of the anti-government protest. He was reportedly abducted alongside a group of youths during a crackdown by a rogue police unit.
Kiwa Githurai 45 nilikuwa natoka job size jioni, so tukashikwa tukablindfoldio, so kutoka hapo sijui pe tulipelekwa.
What followed were days of horror and nightmares for Joseph. He recounted how his abductors blindfolded him whenever he was moved from one police station to another.
Tulishikwa tukadhaa, though mi pikimiki vyangu sasa ndio najua niliblindfoldio, nikapelekwa place sijui, jisikia nikiwa nimepelekwa kwa kiroom tu hivyo, hata sijui ni wapi.
Hata siwezi elezea, ni uchungu na ile kitu tumepitia for all that almost 1 month. Siwezi omba mzazi mwingine apitie kitu kama hiyo.
Now you be the judge. Is Kenya a mafia state? Comment yes or no and let me know what you think in the comment section. And also, since you've stayed all the way to the end, here is a bonus video.
Iwapo ungepewa nafasi ya kufanya tofauti, ungeendelea na mapigano ambayo tumeona vijana wa kizazi kipya Gen Z wamepigana nayo hadi sasa?
I'm not going to step back. This is a just cause. And one thing I always tell my friends, my people, is that when the cause is just, conquer we must. Kwa hivyo, conquer we must. We shall conquer. I'm not going to step back. Whatever I've gone through, I don't think I've gone through something like that before. It is not in vain. The friends we've lost, wale ambao tuliwapoteza kwenye battlefield, pale town, wale ambao kuwa abducted na wakauliwa wakiwa kule, wale ambao walipata majeraha ambayo labda wataishi nao milele, na wale ambao probably wamekuwa affected kwa akili. It should not be in vain. And that should not be a reason for us to retreat. We are not going to retreat.